Hey, Johnny, I'm with RC, and yes, as you mentioned, we all know the stat that none of the RCR cars in the top 12. So, RC, tell us, how do we turn the organization around? How do we get some of those guys? Jeff Burton just fell out of that top 12. He's so close to getting back in.
Yeah, him and Clint both are. You know, we just got a little off, and you know, it's kind of like peaks and valleys. You're gonna go through them if you're in this sport long enough, and we see a lot of bright things coming. All of our cars are running really good here. It's unfortunate we didn't get to qualify, and track position is so important here. So we'll see how it goes. It's a long ways, and the weather may play a difference. So we got some good cars.
Now there's peaks and valleys in the whole United States right now. You were quoted this week saying we're going to have to cut somewhere. It seems like all these teams are cutting back. How does that translate on the racetrack? How do we have those effects here with RC?
Well, you know, the adjustments we're going to make, we're not going to make anything to do with competition. You can't take away from competition because you got to keep your cars running and running good. It's a lot of the things that I think the whole sport will have to make some adjustments in, no different than everyone, and we're just preparing ourselves to do what we got to do.
Now, one of the sponsors on your car, on a much lighter note, Cheerios. Race fans, if you go to CheeriosRacing.com, you can get a $4 coupon, and who doesn't love coupons, especially at this time? If you go to CheeriosRacing.com, get some coupons. Now, if we were to give an option for Cheerios to all our crazy men on NASCAR Race Day, well, how do they start their day? If you were to start with someone like Kenny Wallace, what kind of Cheerios product do you think Kenny Wallace would choose?
Well, you know, Kenny's kind of nutty anyway. I'd probably put him in there with our Cheerios banana nut. That's one of my favorites too.
All right, let's check your challenge. Let's check in with Kenny Wallace. What kind of Cheerios does Kenny choose? Oh yes, he chooses the nutty one, banana nut for Kenny Wallace. How appropriate that Kenny Wallace chooses that. Now, next on our list, our next challenge would be Rutledge Wood. Now, Rutledge is even crazier than Kenny Wallace, it seems. What kind of Cheerios do you think Rutledge Wood would choose if he had a selection in front of him?
You know, Rutledge is pretty fruity. If you look at him, he's quite fruity. He would probably pick the fruity Cheerios.
Well, let's check in. Rutledge, what does Rutledge choose? Oh yeah, fruity Cheerios. 2 for 2 for Richard Childress. You're pretty good. You're pretty good at this game, and I'm not a very good game show host. But to turn this into a game, let's go 3 for 3. Let's see if you get this right. Jimmy Spencer. Now we all know Spence, big guy. What kind of Cheerios do you think he'll take?
You know, I'm not sure about Jimmy. He's, you know, I think of him sort of as Cheerios the crunchy, because when I watched him drive race cars, and he crunched up a lot of them. So he might like the crunchy style Cheerios.
And if we were to check in with Spencer to see if he goes crunchy, nutty, fruity, berry, banana nutty. Oh wait, Spencer, he chooses them all. He's taking a little bit of all the Cheerios. But of course, Spencer, he can't decide. He's got to have a little bit of everything, but it's in moderation. Spencer, no surprise, he's got to watch out for his girlish figure there. So, but
in your health, you know, everyone has to watch their health today. And old Jimmy there, you know, he ain't getting no younger, so he needs to eat a lot of Cheerios like I do in the morning. See, I done thinned down. I'm ready to go.
All right, thanks to Richard Childress joining us on NASCAR Race Day. Head out to CheeriosRacing.com, get your $4 coupon. I know I will, and head to the grocery store, get some Cheerios. Johnny?
Wendy and RC, thanks a lot. We got a lot of nuts up here, but I thought you'd go for the berry. Barry?
Listen, they didn't have enough bowls for me. All that selection of Cheerios is incredible. So my wife picks the Cheerios for me. I do eat them. They are fantastic. Good breakfast.
Hey, race fans, make sure your heart is on track. Visit CheeriosRacing.com, and you'll get a great heart-healthy tip and also $4 in coupons from Cheerios. You'll also be entered for a chance to be one of 3,300 lucky fans to get their name in the number 33 Cheerios race car, actually on the number 33 Cheerios race car this July 11th.